We are back. Y'all thought we would not be back, but we are back. Y'all thought, oh, he's just a 20 something who is depressed and unemployed and just needed to do something to fill an hour of his time. So he made a podcast episode. But you're wrong. We are back. And we are still not debuting hair because my hair looks bad because I didn't wash it last night. And was I going to waste my moisturizing spray just to film this podcast episode and that's it because I haven't gone out today at all because it's rainy and disgusting out? No, because I am unemployed, as we've established. So I need to mind my finances, even though I'm on my second bottle and my first bottle lasted literally an entire year, and this one will last even longer because I'm going out even less, which means I'm fixing up my hair even less, but I don't care. I don't want that shit in my hair. Get it out. That's only for when I'm leaving and leaving for something important. But if I'm not, then the hat goes on. I'm literally getting groceries tomorrow and I'm going to wear this exact same hat. My Rolling Stones hat. Can you see that logo? Still have not listened to a single Rolling Stones song. Probably one that I know was a Rolling Stones song. I don't know. Maybe I came across one at some point in my life. I definitely cannot name a single song. If my brother ever listens to this, he's gonna be mad at me. But you know what? I don't care. I like the logo. I don't agree. I'm gonna say an unpopular opinion, a hot take, if you will. It's time for hot takes. I do not agree with the idea of if you don't listen to the band, don't wear the t-shirt. I don't agree with that because as someone who considers himself a graphic designer and at the very least someone who appreciates graphic design, I love a good logo and I love a good design. So I should be able to wear that on my person, on the very top of my person, without people coming at me and being like, name 5 Rolling Stone songs. How about you name 5 reasons why you should get out of my face? I certainly can. Wow, we are starting this with quips. So, yes, I am back. I have been unemployed. Sorry, this light is on, my fan light. It's my least favorite light. I don't like the way it like hits the room. But as I established, it's dark and gross outside and it's 5:20. Is that an 8 or it's a 6? Okay, I need to get a new prescription, but I do not have good health insurance. I don't have vision insurance. I'm trying to get on Medicaid, and if they approve me, the very first thing I will be doing on December 1st is getting a new prescription. I might have to wait past that because I'm going to my mom's for Thanksgiving in Vegas. So the day after I come back, I'm getting a new prescription and I'm getting glasses and contacts because my prescription is like 5 years old at this point. I was like, I don't need a new one. I'll just I don't need a new one. When I ordered these glasses last year, they at first like put the order on hold and emailed me and was like, "Hey, this prescription is more than 2 years old. We can still run it, but like we need your approval." And I said, "Oh yeah, no worries." The vision insurance at my previous like long-term job, not the one that fired me after 3.5 weeks, the vision insurance was only 75 cents per paycheck, $1.50 per month. I should have just signed up for it. But now we're stuck with this fat prescription. And I could go to Walmart and get an eye exam for $90. But on the sign, it says if I want a contact lens exam, which I don't know how that's fucking different, but if I want a contact lens exam, it costs $180. And I do not want to spend that kind of money because I'm unemployed, as we've established. So I got the light going. Sorry, I love this constructive train of thought I've got going on. Parallel Stories podcast, just go. It's not even parallel at this point. It's just all over the place. It's parallel, it's perpendicular, it's not on the same chart, not even on the assignment. It's just all around. But yes, it's gross and grimy out, and because of daylight savings, now it's 5:28. It gets dark so early. F you daylight savings, you suck so much ass. I hate you so much. And it's dark and cloudy, so daylight lasts an even shorter amount of time today. I do not like when it's cloudy and rainy. I do not like the grayness. I do not get like the warm, like chicken soup, warm fuzzies that some people get, like the twilight. I'm gonna curl up with a good book and light some candles. I do not like that. I do not get those vibes. I get the depression vibes because I have my stupid caveman brain that requires sunlight to function properly. So when it's not sunny, when it's not like 75 degrees and sunny with like fluffy clouds in the sky, I'm disappointed. It could be no clouds in the sky, and I'm still disappointed because that's too monochromatic and monotonous for me. Like, that's too much blue. I need some variety. I need the big, white, fluffy marshmallow cotton ball clouds. But also, I'm very hard to please in general. I would say impossible to please because of my mental illnesses that I covered in the last episode. But since the last episode, maybe you've noticed that I do not have to go up to my computer and shake it and move my cursor and shake it awake because I did change that setting 5 seconds ago and I did have to Google how to do it because I couldn't find the buttons, and apparently they've been changing it since the different OSs and stuff. But I did figure it out and it seems to be working, so that's good. And it's been a month now since I've been unemployed. So that's really cool. I'm still getting one last check, so I can't get unemployment yet because my check is more than the unemployment payout. I literally had to wait on hold for 30 minutes to ask unemployment that question. Then I was also on the phone for like an hour to try to get on Medicaid, and then I had to submit some other documents. Now I'm going to call back on Tuesday, not Monday because of Veterans Day, so they'll be closed. So being an adult is all about making phone calls, as we know. Being an adult is all about making fucking phone calls. Thank God we live in a day and age where unlimited talk and text is the norm because that is what is required. I think it's funny, speaking of calls and speaking to things I've been doing recently with my way too much time that I have on my hands. I've watched a couple 2000s rom-coms, obviously. I've watched Definitely Maybe, starring Ryan Reynolds, and the woman who stars in Confessions of a Shopaholic, the redhead. I wish I knew her name because I love her so much. I should look up other movies with her because she's such an amazing actress, and especially her character in this movie I really love. And I also watch He's Just Not That Into You. And something that I think is really funny is when characters in movies use their office phone to make calls. I understand back in the day when you had to pay for talk and then texting wasn't even much of a thing, or you had to press the fucking button 3 times to get the text out. So goddamn inconvenient. They got BlackBerry changed the game because oh my god, that sucked. I even had one of those phones when I was younger where it would like slide up for the full keyboard. That was iconic. I wish I had that. I actually saw an ad recently for an iPhone accessory where I guess you plug it in and it gives you that full touch keyboard. That's amazing. I also think it might be a waste of money. I did not look to see how much it is, but that's a good invention. I definitely understand why that exists. But I think it's really funny when characters would use their office phone to make personal calls, because as someone who has been in an office and has had a landline in an office, I literally cannot imagine using it to make personal calls. Not because I'm against that out of like a weird like corporate like bootlicker principle, but because I'm like, just use your cell phone. Why are you using the office phone? I think one of the characters makes a joke. Yes, it's Drew Barrymore, which when I saw Drew Barrymore in that movie, He's Just Not That Into You, I was like, yes, Drew Barrymore. Love you. Love Drew Barrymore. Love Drew Barrymore. Of course I do. Everyone fucking does. I would love to have a talk show where I'm just like, okay, this is the person. Oh, I dropped my mic. You can't hear me. This is the person. I'm just like, because that's what she does in her talk show. She's just like crying, like, you've changed my life forever. That's literally what she does. And I would love to do that too. Once again, using this for lumbar support because I'm an old fucking man. I'm literally in physical therapy for my pelvic floor and have been for several months, but I had to put it on pause because, say it with me, the health insurance I got is bad and it doesn't cover physical therapy benefits, and I had to get that health insurance because I left my previous job for this new job where I got fired before my benefits in that job even took place. Actually, for that job I left, for my previous job that I worked for only 3.5 weeks until they fired me, they just mailed me the Cobra health care information. I don't even know how to describe it. I didn't even know that was a thing until I texted my mom and she was like, these are your options, because my freaking previous job didn't tell me that. I even emailed an HR person. I was like, hey, when do my health benefits expire? And she said, your last day. She did not tell me about Cobra. She did not tell me about anything about Marketplace, anything like that. So they sent me these documents explaining it, and I left that job 2 months ago. September 6th was my last day at that job, and I'm recording this November 10th. I think I got that mail packet yesterday. That is 2 months. And they knew for 5 weeks I was leaving as well. So that's over 3 months time that they knew I was going to be gone / I was already gone, and I just got that information. Are you kidding me? That is I opened that packet. I was like, what is this? I'm not applying for colleges. Why did I get like a big packet of like a mail envelope? And it was that shit. And I was like, girl, it's been 2 months. Whatever. Cobra is so damn expensive. It would have been like $800 a month, which is fucking insane and would not have even been worth it. So whatever. But I watched those movies. Obviously, I have to do something with my time. And then I've also decided to listen to albums because I am not an album person. I recently rewatched the Style Taylor Swift music video and saw that it was released in 2015, even though 1989, the original album, came out in 2014. And that kind of showed me I came onto songs really late because when I was younger, up until like my sophomore year of high school, when I realized that Amazon Prime came with Amazon Music, and then convinced my dad to get Amazon Music Unlimited because they don't even give you all the fucking songs, even though how expensive Amazon Prime is. But I would experience songs through the music videos. And music videos, even for singles, can take several months to come out after the original album is released. So I was like, oh my God. So like all songs I would experience, like We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, Everything Has Changed, Style, Blank Space, I Kissed a Girl, Firework, Waking Up in Vegas, Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne. Like all of those I experienced through the music videos. And then when I got into high school is when I discovered like music apps and stuff like that, and I could actually like experience albums. But even then, I never really listened to albums. I'm still a singles guy. I like the songs that everyone else likes and that the record labels decide are going to be hits. But even through 1989 by Taylor Swift, which I listened to that whole album, I think a couple years ago. Clean, cannot believe that was never a single. Is so amazing. Cannot believe that never got a music video. So obviously I have now since discovered that non-singles can be amazing, and I'm glad I discovered that. But Shane Top in the Smosh Mouth podcast, I think I talked about Smosh in the last episode, he talked about how he wanted, and this was a long while ago, but he talked about how he wanted to listen to an album every week. So I decided I might try that out. I think maybe I'm on track with that. I don't know. Me with my unlimited time, not even like committing to the activities that I choose that are completely within my control. Still not committing with them. Sorry. It's getting dark and it's not even 6 o'clock. I hate this so much. I guess I'm gonna have to take a fucking nap or something because I don't know how I'm gonna get there. This winter is gonna suck ass. Oh my God. Because I'm definitely not gonna get a job until at least January, because hiring someone before the winter holidays makes no sense. It's a complete dead of hiring season. I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't get a job until at the very least, at least January, if not several months fucking past that. Oh God, this is gonna be hard. But I've listened to Hot Fuss by The Killers, which I thought was good. I like the production. And I just now listened to the Smiths' debut album, which I did not like as much as I thought I might. It's good, like, vibe music. I don't think I could sing to it, and that's why I love, like, the Ariana Grande and the Taylor Swift of it all, because that's music I can sing to and has that, like, hypnotic, like, mass-produced pop culture beat that I really like, because it feels better singing it. But there were some lines I liked. One of them was, I've never had a job because I'm too shy, and me being unemployed but right now, that was really funny to me. And then, I know the beautiful parts of life, but I don't know them because I rarely experience them, or something like that. I thought that was really beautiful. And I think the next album I want to listen to is Brat by Charli XCX. So let's take like a hard shift and listen to a different album. Now I think I want to listen to that one song that's kind of like a theme song in Call Me By Your Name, that 80s song. I think it's by The Pretenders. I don't know, but I want to listen to whatever album that song is on. I want the synths of the 80s because I can't listen to 1989 Taylor's version every time I want to hear 80 Cents. I should go back to the source and experience more of it. There's so much good music out there. This episode might be about creativity. I don't know. There is so much music. Like, I think music is amazing. Now, that's an unpopular opinion. I think music is amazing. I think it's incredible. And like the fact that we have the technologies for music and we can experience more than just classic instruments, which nobody hates the instruments, those are great too, but like the fact that we have like the digital shit, like yesterday I was gonna write, but instead I chose to watch like Taylor Swift's The Making of for several songs on her Reputation album. And I was like, damn, this is like really fascinating. Like, I already knew music production was fascinating, but like all the technologies they use and all the way they manipulate the sounds and like the fact that you can have like bells on a keyboard, like that bell sound, the fact that you can have so many different types of music and sounds on a keyboard alone, an electronic keyboard, is so fucking cool. And you can like do all the things, and like Jack Antonoff was on it and Taylor was also messing with it. I wish I knew anything about music production. I kind of wish I knew how to play an instrument. I don't. My brother knows the drums really well, and I think he knows some guitar. I think he can play the guitar. But I don't know anything about music production. I've written 2 songs, which are not good. Mind you, they are not good. I can't really do melodies well. Words, I think I can do well because I'm a writer, so I can do words. But melodies, like my brain, my brain is just not fit for that at this moment. I'm sure I could work at it. But it's so awesome. And like the fact that we live in an era of like books and reading and how literature has existed for centuries and that humans are even capable of literature and music and like sheet music, which I never could read and still cannot read and understand. And when I was in men's choir in college for 3 semesters, I just had to listen to what the people were singing around me in my section because I literally cannot read sheet music for anything. So I would just memorize what they were saying. I can memorize songs, I can match pitch really well, but actually reading sheet music, can't do that. I remember someone saying one time, sheet music is just a keyboard like turned to the side, which made me think, why was it ever turned to the side? Why is it not just vertical or like horizontal? Like, why is it just not the orientation of a keyboard? I feel like that would make more sense, but whatever, I digress. Like, there's so many amazing creative things, and like watching her do it made me feel inspired. And I did that because I was listening to like demos of her previous songs and how it's changed, or how like her tone is different. The biggest example and a song I've gotten into really hard recently is Bye Bye Baby, Taylor's version, part of the Fearless Vault. I have not listened to all of Fearless. I never know when I'm going to do that. I haven't listened to all of Red, which is my favorite album of hers. I haven't even listened to the entire thing, especially because it's so long, and Fearless is also so long. There are other Taylor Swift albums I've listened to, all of them, including like mainly when like the Taylor's version came out. So pumped for Reputation and debut Taylor's version. When the fuck Taylor, Allison Swift, when are you announcing them? Will it be at the Grammys? Will it be Toronto Night 6 like one Swiftie is theorizing? When? I ask you, when? Do y'all think it's gonna be a debutation double drop? I think maybe. She did the Torture Poets Department, the anthology double drop, so maybe, I don't know. What was I getting at? Oh yeah, Bye Bye Baby. I love the production of that song and like the guitar and like the other stuff in the background. I don't even know what it is, but I love it. And then listening to the demo with her like very forward nasally tone, I just like it. And I like both versions. Even like the lyric changes she did, but I really like that. Obviously, of course, me being fired, like, bye-bye to everything I thought was on my side. I'm not going to sing, even though I consider myself kind of a singer. I think not singing is one of the most saddening, depressing, and worst part of my unemployment blues, Maybe you can already hear it in my voice. I do not speak efficiently in how you're supposed to speak. I think that's just like a general thing. People speak very lazily. But if I wanted to speak healthfully, I would speak up here. I would speak in my nasal. Like that's what Ariana Grande does. She speaks in her mouth to maintain her voice. But I don't do that. I speak in my gay ass like vocal fry voice that's also high pitched at the same time. A very interesting combination. But even then, I can still sing, and like when I'm singing, I can put it in the right place. But ever since getting fired, my voice is just not at its regular stamina, which was never good in the first place because I'm not going on fucking tours. I almost dropped my mic. I'm not like performing in concerts. I'm just singing in the shower and shit. So to have even less than that sucks. My voice just gets tired. It hurts. I can feel it. That is just not good. My mask feels locked up, so I can't put it in the right place to like maintain stamina and resonance and power. It's just not good. It is not good. So I will not be singing it, and I'll be trying to work on my voice. My voice teacher should be back in town. I should shoot her a text and get started my lessons again because she was out of town for all of October, so we had to take a pause on lessons. But bye-bye to everything I thought was on my side. Bye-bye, baby. I want you bad, but it's come down to nothing, and all I have is your sympathy because you took me home, but you just couldn't keep me. Bye-bye, baby. It wasn't just like a movie. The rain didn't soak through my clothes down to my skin. That's one of the differences I like between the demo and the final release, and she does this on several songs, but she takes the first lyric and also ends the song with that. She does that on the demo, but not on the final release, and I like that on the demo. She ends it how she began. Plus, I like that lyric. It wasn't just like a movie. The rain didn't soak through my clothes down to my skin. I should title the pod of this episode that. I should just steal that lyric and pretend it's my own. Just kidding. Not going to do that. Trying to be original here. Stick with my original content. I am fucked for this upcoming week. I am so fucked because I can already tell I'm not going to be creative. It is stuffy in here. I need to turn that fan on. I'm not, because I don't want to have to do cuts in this because I worked with iMovie one time in college and I was taking an English class about vampires, which was a really fun class. I'm glad I took it. I'm glad I didn't end up taking AP Lang or AP Lit in high school so I could just take an English class about vampires instead in college. And we had to do a class project, and my group did like a little 10-minute little like Jeopardy thing about vampire trivia, and I edited the whole thing on iMovie, and I'm a little scarred by that whole thing. I remember being in the computer lab like, come on, I need to like look up tutorials and make this good. I need to learn how to split so I can do cuts and stuff and do like creepy lighting and whatever. And then I went to the on-campus Taco Bell and then got 3 tacos, hard shell, beef only. Because I did not like lettuce. Plus, like, that lettuce is bad. I could have just gotten lettuce and put, like, sauce in it. Whatever. Okay. Don't want to do cuts. Not going to turn the fan on. Just going to sit through it in this heat. Oh, that's kind of like where... Oh, sorry. I'm looking at my wallpaper, and you guys obviously cannot see it. But it's Eternal Sunshine by Ariana Grande. That's the theme in wallpaper. But in Canva, I added, like, a light effect here. And that's also where that light is coming from. Wow. The light will always return to you. What a fun sentiment. But anyways, I'm fucked for this week because I do not have any plans. And I looked at, I was about to say where I live. Don't want to do that. I looked at the calendar of events for the city and there was nothing. Next Monday is the book launch for my writers group anthology. So that's going to fill my Monday evening. And then last night, I was supposed to go to a murder mystery dinner, but then I got a little cold, a little sore throat, and I wanted to do my due diligence and not get anyone else sick. So I waited until the night before to see if I would get better, and I did. But by then, the tickets were sold out, so I was like, shit, I cannot go to this, even though I was planning on going to it. Should have just bought the ticket 2 months ago when I learned about it, but no. I had to mind my finances and try to buy it the night before to make sure I didn't waste $35 and just show up and just be sick that night and then not be able to go. So woe is me, couldn't go to that. So instead, I listened to the Taylor Swift demos, and then did not even write because I listened to the Taylor Swift demos. And if I miss my window of motivation of writing, I'm fucked. I will not write. But I have been writing, and I wrote a fun chapter, and then I should be writing tonight. I said that very unconfidently. I don't know if I'm going to. No, I will. I've never heard silence quite this loud. I don't know if I'm going to. Oh no. It's honestly either that or yoga. I can't write and do yoga and take a shower in one night. Where would I find the time? No, I should. Maybe I'll just do a little bit because I don't want to be that person who I'll just write a little bit. At least I get done and write. Like that's all I need to do. I don't want to write for just 10 minutes. I want to get an actual chunk of a chapter out and write for at least half an hour, which is just my own restriction. Oh my God. Did you go away? Sorry, my screen just timed out. Oh my God. I thought I fixed that problem. Well, I'm still recording, but okay, apparently I have 25 minutes before the screen goes to a different place, and then I have to, okay, whatever. We're figuring this out as we go. I'm not an AV person, I'm a graphic design person, but where would I find the time? That fucking ruined my joke. God damn it. I do want to make a graphic for this podcast episode for my Instagram. I don't want to do just a screenshot of this video. I actually had an idea in my mind. But yeah, I'm fucked for this week. I guess more graphic design. I'm finishing up this little photo shoot series I'm doing on my Instagram. That's fun, but I did do the photo shoot, which turned out well. I think I did that after the first episode. That might have been that night, honestly. I just got inspired, and I have this kaleidoscope from my great aunt. She's still alive, thank God. I just didn't want to imply that she was dead. She's very much alive. But it has the primary colors, red, yellow, blue. It's currently on top of my fridge because I have nowhere else in my house to put a knick-knack because I have knick-knacks all over my fucking apartment. Actually, not really. I have less than I do. My open living room kitchen is pretty good. My bedroom is not good. There's too much going on in there. But I use that to do some fun lights because I don't have that what's it called? Cellophane? That plastic that's colored. I don't have that. I don't have a tripod. I don't have a fucking camera stand. I lean my phone. I don't even have a camera. I lean my phone against my water bottle and put it on this little ottoman and then sat on this wall in my bedroom, the only plain section. Every other portion of the walls in my apartment are covered, obviously, and was just and was doing so many poses. The test shots don't exist. They are deleted because they looked awful, because I had to do test shots because I was using my back camera because the front camera is worse quality. Even though I have the Pixel 8 Pro, the back camera is great quality. The Pixel 8 Pro, can you see it? I think I established in the last episode, only got it because it comes in blue, and I put the butterfly stickers on the pop sockets. Look how gorgeous this is. Have you ever expressed your personality through capitalistic items? I have every day because I use this every day. So I did that. The test shots looked awful, but then I finally got some good pictures and did some editing on Canva and had to use Adobe Express to remove the background because on Canva that's still premium behind a paywall. Adobe finally stepping up and releasing some premium features because the marketplace of editing has become so grand and so free and available that Adobe is finally being put in its place and has to make shit free. I cannot wait until they make editing a PDF free because I think having to pay for Adobe Acrobat is insane. It's 2024, just make it free. I need to take a sip. Fucking annoying as hell. Why the hell do people do that? That's not creative. That's not a creative thing to do. That's a joke. That's a meme. That is a stereotype, and people are not creative and funny when they do that. I guess the theme of this episode is really creativity. But, I mean, in my era of unemployment and having too much time on my hands, there's nothing I can do but be creative. Everyone needs a creative outlet. Once again, saying such hot takes. See, this is my Gen Z brain, and I should make an entire podcast episode about being Gen Z. I'm in my 20s, I'm Gen Z, I'm like better than you, like all you millennials and Gen Alphas and Gen Xers and Boomers, I'm better than you for being Gen Z. But about like the Gen Z brain and the memes and the postmodern irony on top of irony on top of irony, because I can't even say shit like everyone needs to be creative without first thinking of the meme, everyone's so creative from TikTok of like the cooking shit, and then green is not a creative color. But then thirdly, like, oh, I shouldn't say that because it's such an overused phrase. It's overused because it's true, and I just need to let myself say things. I think there is something to be said about Gen Zers, like, being too critical on themselves in the sense of, like, they think they're gonna get canceled, and also, like, they need to be too original, or, like, they're online so much that everything has always been done, has already been done, and they know that. Or at least that's just me. I don't know. Some people live in blissful, naive ignorance, but my brain is locked into everything, and I never forget anything except for small tasks that I don't write down. And I like to play this game with myself, and I call it, if I don't write this down, will I remember? And sometimes I don't. I think I said in the last podcast episode that I once had an email pin for 7 months. It was like 6 or 7 months. So sometimes I write things down on a virtual sticky note or just in my phone notes. And sometimes I don't. Oh, I just turned my computer on. Oh shit, Max is coming out. Sorry. This is what happens when you use a Roku remote as a microphone and pretend it's a microphone. But I don't. Oh, no, I do have an idea for a next photo shoot. I already know what I want it to be. It's like just in nature, because I live next to like a little park area with some nature. So taking nature shots would be fun. And because they're not going to be up close, like I was getting like cool, like glamour, like I don't even know how to describe what I was doing. Because it was just like so unique and like eclectic and esoteric that like there are no words in any of the 200 plus languages known to man that could describe it, because it was just so unique and isolated and never been done before and so original that like I couldn't even describe it. If I tried to describe it, the brain of every scholar and philosopher would just explode, because they'd be like, oh my god, that's so insane. But this next one is just going to be like nature shots. I have this cool flowy shirt that I thrifted that has some like cool like angelic designs on it. So that should be fun. I can do that and do another Instagram photo series, and then take my own shots, because I was going to contact a photographer because I wanted like actual cool, like good, high quality photos of myself. But then I got fired and I need to mind my finances. So that's not happening. And I need to rely on myself, and say it with me, I have too much time on my hands and need to do something with that time instead of sleeping and playing Wizard 101 and watching YouTube all day. And occasionally going on a walk and doing yoga and writing. So I'll do that this week. It is going to be sunny a few days this week, so I can do that. Not tomorrow, because I'm getting groceries. I think maybe the day after. I can only do one thing per day. That's the thing with me. This is a trait I've had my entire life. I can only do one thing per day. Can't do anything else. Cannot fit anything else into it. If you want to like go to dinner and then a movie, no. Either a movie alone or dinner alone. Except for that one time I did go to dinner and a movie with a friend. I forgot what movie we watched in the theater. I completely don't remember, but we went to a Mexican restaurant. And then it was really raining hard when we were leaving, so we were like running to my car. So one time I did go to dinner and a movie, but now in my current era, when I have no energy for anything because I'm depressed and I'm just in bed all day, which means I'm not building energy, because inertia and like an object in motion will stay in motion. An object that lays in bed will continue laying in bed. So for now, it's one thing per day, and I will not challenge that because I don't care if someone's telling me to. Just like how I do not practice delayed gratification as an adult because I don't have to. If I want cake, I can go to Walmart and buy a cake. I live like 3 miles away from a Walmart. I could do that so easily. Also, Amazon next day delivery. Amazon overnight. I was looking at a duffel bag earlier today, and girl, the gray one, which I would not want to get. I would want to get the green one, so that would be 2-day delivery. But it was Prime overnight between 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's honestly too much. Also, we don't need that. Like, one day is amazing. Overnight that's sketchy, mysterious with how fast that is. It's actually not that sketchy because we know the bad labor conditions in Amazon warehouse facilities. So it's actually not that weird. It's not this serious. The mystery has been unsolved. The man behind the mask has been uncovered. Yes, he has. But I do love monopolies. Hard shift in conversation. Amazon does cost money. Google does not. Google Earth is free. Can you believe that? Did Google undergo unethical practices and harm people in the making of Google Earth? I have no idea. That was not a rhetorical question. I genuinely do not know the answer to that. But I think it's amazing that it's free. Does it ever load properly in my computer? No, it doesn't. I don't know why. I guess there's just so much data and information that just doesn't load well and it's constantly crashing on me. Well, that was on my iPad. Maybe my computer will be different. But it's free, and Google is free, and Google Drive is free up to 15 gigabytes, and the whole Google Suite. Google Suite is the reason that Microsoft Suite is free. I don't know if that's true. Also, there are still paid plans for some stupid fucking reason. Oh my God. Microsoft can go to hell. Microsoft is not creative and does not help my creativity. I recently saw an ad for Photoshop, how their new AI services, it was like a line work butterfly with like line work flowers in it. It still wasn't like an actual image. It was line work, but like you didn't have to make it yourself. You can just type it in. And I was like, you're just now doing this? Or like also that kind of like defeats the purpose of Adobe because you're supposed to do it yourself and it's supposed to give you the tools to do that. But Adobe is too much. It's too expensive. And when will we get sharing capabilities? Like, when can I work on the same document that someone else is also working on, just like Google? When will that happen, Adobe? Mr./Mrs./Miss/MX non-binary Adobe. When will that happen? Because I need it, even though I rarely work on Adobe. And the most recent I did was just to make the book for my writers group anthology. And then before that, it was when I was working on this new newspaper and wasn't even paying for it myself. So what is the truth? What is the truth, Adobe? It's not creative, doesn't help with creativity. It's so bad. It's not user friendly. Can't collaborate. I think they're introducing that. I think I saw that like while I was using it, like checking a few things on the book. There was like something of like some beta coming soon or something. I don't know. It was on this part of my screen over here. I don't know. But Adobe does not help my creativity. It does not. Like this looks like when you open Photoshop or InDesign or Illustrator, this looks like the example of like what you can make in that program. No. I would like to come up to that person who made whatever like cover art that is and ask them how long it took them to make that. Because it's always such intricate, beautiful shit that the average person could not make. That's why Canva is so much better for creativity because it's more user-friendly. It's for everyday people, not professionals, who are getting paid the not so big bucks because they work in graphic design and I don't think people make a lot of money in graphic design. So they get paid the not so big bucks to turn out the shit on the actual professional programs. I stand Canva. I stand with Canva. If Canva went to war, I would support and also be a army trooper for Mrs. Canva. I would, because I love Canva. I make so many Canva graphics all the time. I don't even pay for premium because I don't feel like it. If someone ever hit me up for graphic design work, I would pay for it because that would lead to better graphic design work. But That's not happening anytime soon. Some of my writer group, she gave me the advice of like, you should go on like a Facebook group and like advertise your book trilogy and like find beta readers. So I was like, okay. So I went on it, and she actually liked the post I made about like, hey, if you want to review my, like, just like not even review, just like read my books and give me any amount of feedback, hit me up. No one's hit me up. That was also like yesterday. Now, I also did a post about like if you need any graphic design services or full book formatting, you could hit me up. No one has. Also, that was also yesterday. So maybe I should give it some time, but I'm impatient, as we've established multiple times. Or maybe not, but if I have not established it multiple times, I will establish it multiple times now. I'm impatient, I'm impatient, I'm impatient. Oh, I did establish that 1 minute ago because I talked about how I do not practice delayed gratification because I don't have to. Say with me, if I want to go to Walmart to get a cake, then I can just do that. Like how tomorrow at Walmart, I'm getting Neapolitan ice cream and also Great Value brand Kit Kats, and then also going to their clearance bakery section and seeing what they have. This is going to be gross, and you guys are going to judge me, and by you guys I mean anyone in my family or friends who watches this, and they're going to be very concerned about me. But there was a deal, it was $1 off, so it was $3, and they were kind of stale, but they were still good. It was frosted donuts filled with raspberry jam or whatever. It was raspberry filled donuts. There were 6 of them for $3, so it was 50 cents a donut. Very good deal. It was good. It was tasty. I get on my last one, and I see that there is a dead fly in the box. And I still ate that last donut. Because it wasn't on the donuts. It was just like near them. Also, I don't know if that was like a dead fly from my house. It wasn't. It was definitely like from the factory or something. So, but you know what? I'm not ill yet, and I'm vaccinated against everything. So like, there you go. And I got my $3 donuts, and I was happy with them. Thank God I don't have diabetes like several members of my family, because I'd be so fucked. I would have to like munch on Halo Top all the time, which I have had before in high school and I did like it, but the amount of sweet treats that I eat is astounding. I think it would shock some people. And by some people, I mean my family, who cares about my health and wants me to eat healthy. But you know what? It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. You want me to eat healthy? It's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. I like eating unhealthy. I like eating my sweet treats. And that's kind of it. Other than that, and some fast food, I do kind of eat healthy. So I'm actually pulling a 180 on myself right now. But I turned on the TV again. Oh, and I clicked on the HBO Max button again. It's funny. So the button is HBO Max, but several months ago it rebranded to Max. So I press this button, and instead of HBO Max, it just goes to Max, because that's just what the app is now. And I think that's funny. I love how Roku and HBO Max and that company as a whole just completely dated itself, as shown through this one remote control. So that's really funny. Sidebar on that. Tangent on that. But I've been doing a lot of cooking. Is it creative cooking? No, it's not. I recently discovered that pasta water adds like a nice, like thick kind of coating on the pasta. Because I like sauces. So that kind of helps, gives that sauce feel. And I think, if I'm correct, I am the first person in the history of the entire world, in every nation and culture that's ever existed across the entire planet Earth, to discover that saving some pasta water and using it like creates like a thicker substance and sauce. So I think that's really cool that I'm literally the first person to discover that. I would say I invented that, actually. I would say I'm an inventor, and I have a PhD in cook engineering. I have a PhD in chef engineering, thank you. But I made a pasta dish today, and then a few days ago I also made a pasta dish. Again, unemployed. What the fuck else am I going to eat? But I saved the pasta water today, but a few days ago, and I was going to get half and half at Walmart, but they didn't have like the little one. And then the full, what was it called? Like the full fat creamer or something, whatever it was was like $5. And I'm like, the half and half, the little one is like less than $2 and they were out of stock. So I was like, guess I'm not getting this. So I just got chicken stock and then, no, chicken broth. And then I was like, you know what? I'll still chop up onion, garlic, and then butter, avocado oil, chicken broth, and then pasta water. That should make it into a sauce of some kind. I forgot to save the pasta water. I forgot to save the fucking pasta water. So I poured out the pasta into the colander, and then I was literally like, because I forgot the pasta water. Can you hear the raindrops? I hate it. Stream Raindrops and Angel Cry by Ariana Grande from her iconic Grammy Award-winning album Sweetener. And she has now been snubbed at the Grammys for Eternal Sunshine, which is arguably her best fucking album. But I tried to I put my measuring cup, which is what I use to collect the pasta water. I put that under the colander and tried to shake it to get any remaining water. There was no remaining water. There was maybe 1 millimeter's worth of remaining water, and that would not be enough. So I had to use what I had, and it was not what I wanted it to be, but I ate it anyways, and it was still pretty good. You know what? I want to talk about how the lo mein noodles I get at Walmart are $4. They are $4. I forget what the brand is, but the fact that regular pasta is $1 and then packs of ramen noodles are 30 cents, but this company has the audacity to charge 4 whole American dollars for lo mein noodles. And you might be thinking, Ryder, why are you getting them then? If you fucking hate spending money and you're also trying to mind your finances in the time of you being unemployed. Well, the answer is 1, I want to be creative. So I have to use other things. And 2, that is actually not the answer. The answer is because they taste good. And that is why I buy them, because it's a different fun texture and it tastes good. So at the end of the day, I will buy things that taste good. So I've been trying to be creative. I'm running out of fucking steam. The last episode actually hit almost an hour. It was 1 minute away. This one's at 46 minutes. Okay, this is pretty good. But again, me setting these arbitrary standards revolving around numbers on myself, I have this weird fixation with numbers. I'm like that guy from Lost, except not really. I also only know about that guy because of Mike's Mike recap of season 1 of Lost. But the guy that's obsessed with numbers, I kind of do have this complex of numbers and assigning things to myself. I remember, this is such a weird, funny story. I remember in high school when I tried to stop sleeping with the TV on, which have since discovered that many people sleep with the TV on. It was something I was ashamed of. I was like, oh no, I'm afraid of the dark and I'm sleeping with the TV on and driving up the electric bill and blah, blah, blah. And blah, 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 blah. Now I happily sleep with my string lights on as an adult. I like my nightlight. Not everyone can be like my mother who sleeps in pitch fucking black with an eye mask on. I don't understand people who sleep in pitch black. I do not understand in Ghost Whisper how Melinda sleeps in pitch black. There's some street light from her window because the drapes are thin, and I understand it creates scary mood in general, and it creates the mood for a ghost to come up, which always happens after she sensually puts the moisturizer on. Something that I think is creative is how women in film and media will put lotion on when they're getting ready for bed and then run it up their arms. Have you ever noticed that they do that? Well, Melinda Gordon, as portrayed by Jennifer Love Hewitt in the critically acclaimed TV series Ghost Whisperer, she does that several times, and I eat it up every single time. But I don't understand people who sleep in pitch black, and now I happily sleep with my string lights on, and I don't give a fuck. It's what I like. But there was a period where I was trying to sleep with the TV off, and then I would still have a nightlight because I still don't like sleeping in pitch black. And I also had my door cracked for some of the hall light or something. And for some reason, with the amount I cracked it, I would try to make it the same each night. And I also assigned the number 3 to it. Did I ever measure it? No. Was it actually 3 inches or 3 centimeters or 3 something? No, it wasn't. But in my mind, that was the amount of 3. 3 what? I don't know. 3 door cracks? Absolutely not. There was only one of my doors to crack to let some of the hall light in. But that was weird and weird. There was one time in high school, I was pissed off. I think that was maybe my sophomore year. I don't know. You know when you're a teenager and you're angry about everything and you hate your life? Um, as I'm coming home from school, I'm tired and I just want to be in my fucking bedroom. And there is a door in my bedroom, like a loose door in my bedroom, I think from my brother's room. And I just said loudly, there's a door in my room. And then they got the door out, and then I was able to be peacefully, I was able to be at peace in my room. But I was like, there's a fucking door in my room. Why is there a door? A door, more like a door Delano. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Oh, I had a fun sentiment last time of I don't know where I'm going, but I know where I am. I don't think I have one for this one. Um, I think I recapped my life so far. Still trying to get unemployment. I'm medicated and dealing with my unemployment. I am gonna fly to Vegas to visit my mom for Thanksgiving, so hopefully that will be fun. Hopefully I have sex. Hopefully I have sex for the first time in Vegas. Have a fun little Vegas one night stand. Hello, Waking Up in Vegas by Katy Perry. Um, that'd be really fun. Hopefully the guy's super hot. If Vegas is anything like here, there will be a lack of hot guys, but it's Vegas, so maybe that will be different. Doesn't change the fact of whether or not they're going to want to sleep with me, but who knows? Who knows? I'm going there, and then this week I'm fucked for creativity. I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna do a nature photo shoot and do another photo shoot, and then what else? I don't know, but creativity will be everywhere, and creativity is awesome, and green is not a creative color, so good thing my favorite color is blue, specifically periwinkle. And with that, I bid you a good night with this stupid fucking dark ass weather. I hate it so much. Goodbye.